is there in paging, that is shared pages. So what is shared page? What is the purpose of shared page? So why we will use the shared page? So here the main advantage of paging is, that is shared paging. So here the main advantage of paging is the possibility of sharing common code. So the possibility of sharing common code, whatever the common code is among more than one processor, so that common code will be shared for all the processes. That is the concept of shared pages. So the possibility of common code, it will be shared. The main advantage of paging is the possibility of sharing common code. So it is very important in time sharing environments. So shared pages ekkada main ga use chestaru, ekkada important role ante, so it is very important in a time sharing environment. So for example, you have to take one example. Listen carefully. Consider a system that supports 40 users. Consider a system that supports 40 users, each of whom execute a text editor. So the text editor space 150 KB of code and 50 KB of data space. So consider a system that supports 40 users. So 40 users will use the text editor. So the text editor is 150 KB of code. The text editor is nothing but 150 KB of code. This the text editor contains the 150 KB of code, and it will be required the data space is 50 KB. So how much space it will require for 40 users? So each and every user will require 200 KB of memory, right? So one is text editor 150 KB plus additional 50 KB daniki information store cheseki memory. So how much memory will be required for each user? 200 KB, right? So 200 into 40, how much? 200 into 40. And then can anyone respond? 200 into 40. So it will require 8000 KB of memory. It will require 8000 KB of memory without sharing concept. So ఇది without sharing pages. So shared pages ఎలా యూజ్ చేయాలి అంటే, what is that advantage of shared page means, before shared page, so a system can contain 40 users. Each and every user will access the text editor data, that is 150 KB, and storage location 50 KB. So each user has required 200 KB. So that text editor data is common for everyone process. Assume that the text editor data is common for every processor or every user. So that code is reentrant code. Reentrant code means it is a pure code. It is a non-self modifying code. It is a non-self modifying code. That is, it never changes the code during its execution. So there is no possibility to change that code. That is the reentrant code or pure code. So that code can be shared. The text editor will be shared. So by using 3 page editors, that is E1, E2, E3. That page editor contains only the data. Each page size can data 50 KB in size. So this text editor being shared among 3 processes. So you could own 3 processes. This text editor can be shared with the 3 processes. So each process, I already told you, each process has its own data page. So two or more processor can execute the same code at the same time. So two or more processors can execute the same code at the same time. Here, there is only one copy of text editor will be keeping into the physical memory. So we don't kept 40 users key 40 text editors, we don't put into the physical memory. Why? Because the data is, that code is shared, I mean common code for every user. So at the time we have to only one copy of the editor must and should be kept into the physical memory. So then the user maps the same physical copy of the editor, but pages are mapped in different frames. So here to support the 40 users, so we need only one copy of the editor, that is 150 KB. Why? Because that data is, the text editor data is common to every user. So it requires only one copy is enough. And each and every user ki some storage location is there, that is 50 KB for each and every user data space. So how much space will be required for this kind of status? So to support 40 users, we need only one copy of the text editor. Why? Because the text editor is common for every one user. So we no need to give each and every text editor is put into the physical memory. One copy of that read-only data can be kept into the physical memory. That is 150 KB plus 40 copies of the 50 KB data space, and each and every user require 50 KB data space will be required. Then how much total space it will be required? Can anyone respond how much space it will be required? So each and every user ki same common text editor and that it will require the space is 150 KB plus each and every user ki our data stores as some location, that is nothing but data space is 50 KB for each and every user. Then how much space it will be required? So 50 into 40. What is the 50 into 40? 2000. 2000 plus every code has common text editor code, that is 150. Then 2150 KB. So in previously we discussed the same example as 8000 KB. By using shared page concept, we have to, the total space size is 2150 KB instead of 8000 KB. So here it will be reducing the space by using the shared code. See here, shared code. Shared code is nothing but one copy of read-only code shared among the process. So reentrant means it is a pure code. So that is a non-self-modifying code. It never changes the code during its time of execution. So here see, shared code must appear in same location. Why? Because that is the one copy only we have to put into the physical memory, that is in the same location. So in the logical address space of all the processes. Next, private code and data. So each process keeps a separate copy of code and data. So that means it will not share to any other processor or any other users. At that time, the pages for the private code and data can appear anywhere in the logical address space. So see this example. This is a shared page concept. I already told you there are 3 page editors. Each page required 50 KB in size. It will be sharing among 3 processes. See here, process 1, process 2, process 3. Here text editors, that is editor 1, editor 2, editor 3, and data. Each and every data has its some storage location. Data 1, data 2, data 3. And see here from 0 to 11, these are the frame numbers. And so here at 3, so what is the store that 3? Process 1, editor 1. So process 1 lo editor 1 unde data. So at 3, editor 1. At 4, editor 2. At 6, editor 3. See here. So remaining all are the same. 3, 4, 6. 3, 4, 6. Is it clear? So it is a common code will be stored in the physical memory at the same address. So this is the logical address. This is the physical address. So logical address can be divided into pages, whereas physical address can be divided into frames. And see here, data 1 can be stored in which location? 1. So data 1 it can be stored in at which location? 1. And data 2 can be stored at which location? 7. And data 3 can be stored at which location? At 2. Ante, so data space is different for each and every process. But text common code is same as all the processes that will be sharing. So sharing means here the data cannot be changed during its execution. Why? Because we have to give the permission only, a read only permission. So it cannot change the code during at the time of execution. This is the concept of shared pages. Is it clear? Then we will go for next concept in memory, that is first part, that is memory management lo, first part lo. The last concept is segmentation. So segmentation. So segmentation, why, what is the purpose of segmentation? So here a segment is nothing but a smallest unit of program. Segmentation is nothing but a smallest unit of program is nothing but segment. So in previous concept we explained what is the paging. So in paging we will see logical memory and as well as physical memory. But in this mainly segmentation we have to discuss how the memory management supports user view of memory. How the memory management supports user view of memory. So segmentation is nothing but it is a collection of or smallest unit of program, or itself it is a collection of modules. So it contains only user's view of memory. So a logical address space can contain the number of segments. So a segment is nothing but logical unit, such as a segmentation is nothing but a logical unit. So it is a collection of main program, procedures, functions, methods, objects, stack, symbol tables, arrays. These are coming under the segments. So segment is nothing but a smallest unit of program. Or it is a procedures కావచ్చు, function కావచ్చు. For example, you have to take our real-time examples. You will go to supermarket. So you have to purchase some items. సో దానికి బిల్లింగ్ వేయించాలంటే ఏం చేయాలండి? సో ఆ కోడ్ మీద బార్ కోడ్ పడితేనే ఆటోమేటికల్లీ ఇట్ విల్ షో ద రిజల్ట్. సో సూపర్ మార్కెట్ అంటే ఆటోమేటిక్గా దేర్ ఓన్లీ ఇన్బిల్ట్ ఇట్ విల్ హ్యావ్ ఏ సమ్ coding is there. That program can contain a number of modules, procedures or functions కావచ్చు, like the stack కావచ్చు, symbol table కావచ్చు, we have to use arrays కావచ్చు. So ఇవన్నీ ఏమవుతుంది, it will be called as a segments. So segment is nothing but a smallest unit of program. So a segment is a logical unit such as main program, procedures, functions, local variables, global variables, common blocks, or symbol tables, arrays. All these are coming under the segments. All these are coming under the segments. So then see, this is a user view of program. That is nothing but a logical address. This is nothing but user view of program. That is logical address. So these are the segments here, logical view of segmentation. So here there are some segments are there, that is subroutine, stack, square root function, and symbol table, and main program. So these are the user view of memory. This user space, that is logical address, can be mapped into the physical memory space. So how means, for example, you have to assume that subroutine can consist of 1 and symbol table 2 and square root function has 3 and main program has 4. So this way we have to map that user space to a physical memory space. Here that logical address can contain, so here logical address can contain segment name and offset. That is address, segment name and segment address. So you have to must and should specify the what is the segment name and what is the address of that segment. That is, a logical address can contain both the segment name and address of that particular segment. That is segment offset. Segment offset is nothing but address. So this is the segmentation representation. Next, see here, segmentation architecture. Segmentation architecture. So here, a logical address contains two tuples. A logical address can contain two tuples. One is segment number, another one is offset, that is segment offset. I already told you segment number and segment offset. Offset is nothing but address of that particular segment. Here we have to use the segmentation table. It will map the two-dimensional physical address. So here segment table is there. It will map the two-dimensional physical address. So two-dimensional physical address is nothing but each segment table can consist both base register and limit register. Each segment table can contains both the base register and as well as limit register. So what is a base register contains? So a base register contains the starting physical address. Base is nothing but starting physical address where the segment resides in memory. Ante a base register is nothing but it contains the starting physical address where that particular segment will be stored into the memory. That is nothing but base register. The next one is a limit register. So it specifies the length of that segment. Length of that segment. So for example, you have to give the array. What is the array size means? You have to specify 10 or 20, that's like. So here this limit, what is the limit of that segment means it specifies the length of the segment. So segment table entries has two types. One is base, another one is limit. Base is nothing but it contains a starting physical address where that particular segment will be stored in the memory. That is the base register. A limit register means it specifies the length of that particular segment. That is the segmentation table. And here we will use STBR, STLR. That is segment table base register and segment table length register. Here segment table base register and segment table length register. So here STBR is nothing but it is a base register. It points to the segment table location. It points to the segment table location in memory. So it specifies you have to store one segment into the physical memory. It specifies the location, which location you have to store that particular segment into the memory, physical memory. So that address will be specified by the STBR, that is segment table base register. The next one is segment table length register. It indicates a number of segments used by program. It indicates a number of segments length used by a program. So here segment number is less than segment table length register. Segment number is less than segmentation table length register. So here protection is also very important. So protection is nothing but how to protect the data segments means with each entry in segment table it associates a valid bit. If valid bit is equal to 0, the valid it is an invalid segment. The valid bit is equal to 1, it specifies the legal segment. So here you have to protect that segments. So based on that valid bit, so valid bit is equal to 0, illegal segment, and valid bit is equal to 1, it is a legal segment. So by this way we can protect the segment. So consider this example. See this example here. Before going to this example, here CPU is generated the segments. CPU generating the segments. That is segment number and segment offset. That segment number is going to the limit register and base register. That segment number is stored to the symbol table based in the form of limit register and base register. So this offset is less than, segment offset is less than a limit register. Segment number offset is less than the limit register. If it is true, it goes to the and added to the base address. Ante if you have to store data into the physical memory, you have to add limit register plus base register is nothing but that address location is stored into the physical memory. If segment offset is not less than the limit register, then it will goes to the error, that is addressing error. So this is the segmentation hardware. So segmentation hardware means the CPU generated the number of segments. So each and every segment can contain segment number and offset. That data will be stored, that segment value will be stored into the segment table. So here the segment limit table, that is limit register is segment data offset is less than the limit register. The condition is true means offset is nothing but address. So less than true means automatically that value plus base register value is added and that particular location, that particular segment is stored. If it is not less than means it will go to the generating the addressing error. It will generating the addressing error. That is the segmentation hardware. So here, what is the example of segmentation? See here. So we have to store the data from logical address space to physical memory. So that is logical address space and that is it is the user view. And it will be stored into the physical memory. It cannot see by the user. So what is the why we will every time we have to convert from logical address space to physical memory means a logical address space is greater than physical memory. And a user view of memory means it will take a more memory comparing to the physical memory. That's why we have to convert every time the logical address to physical memory. So why? Because physical memory means it will be storing the data by using physical memory. The memory will occupy comparing to logical address means it will be smaller. So that's why every time you have to convert the logical memory to physical memory. So in this see this example, listen carefully. Here I give some segments into the logical address space. That subroutine named as segment 0 and square root function named as segment 1 and main program named as segment 2 and stack named as segment 3 and finally symbol table as segment 4. So already told you a segment table can contains both the limit register and base register. A segment table can contain both the limit register and base register. So here both the limit register and base 0. These are the segment numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Segment 0, what is the limit means 1000 and the length of that segment is 1000. So where it will be stored that information, the base address means starting physical address 1400. So see here in this physical memory 1400 some particular point. So here we will store the segment 0. And what is the segment 0 limit? 1000. So 1400 plus 1000, 2400. So you have to see next address in the base register. Register is nothing but what is the base register? Base register points the segment starting as physical address. So see that base register is there is any 2400 register is there? No. 3000. What is that address, ma? This is the example. So at 1000, so the data will be stored and 1400 is the starting address and 1400 we have to add the length of the limit register is 1000. So 2400. And the next value, so 3200 is starting address. That address is not there. So we have to store that particular address in some physical memory. 3200. At 3200, which segment is there? Third segment. That is nothing but third segment we have to store in that value. Third segment. So what is the third segment length? 1100. So 1100 ki we have to add 3200 plus 1100. What is that value? 4300. And see here In base register, that address is there or not? Yes. At 4300, which segment is stored? Segment 2. At 4300, which segment is stored? 2. That is segment 2. What is the length of that segment 2? 400. That is 4300 plus 400, 4700. So at 4700, which segment is there? Fourth segment. And we have to give the fourth segment. At which location, length of that register means 1000. So 4700 plus 1000, 5700. So 5700 is not there. So last only one segment there, that is 6300. You have to note some that location in that particular physical memory 6300. So in 6300, which segment is stored? 1. That is one segment. So what is the length of that particular segment? 400. That is 6300 plus 400. 6700. By in this way we have to store that particular segments into the physical memory. So first give that physical memory logical address space can contain some segments are there. That segments we will go, store into the physical memory. In between there is one segment table, and segment table can contain both the limit register and base register. Base register, what it specifies, it contains the starting physical address. Whereas limit register, what it specifies the length of that particular segment. So at segment 0, so some limit register is there and base register. So 1400 you have to assume that base register. These are assumption and addresses and that particular length of that register is 1000. So in physical memory you have to start that the value 1400 and the length of that particular segment is 2400. Next base register 2400 is not available. It is 3200. So at somewhat we have to store the 3200. So 3200 lo we have to store which segment? Third segment. And what is that length? 1100. So 3200 plus 1100, 4300. And next segment 2. So 4700 completed. So 4700 is started the base address. So 4700 will be stored segment 4, segment 4. And what is the length of that register? 1000, that is 5700. The next value only one segment 6300, 5700 is not there in the base register. We have to leave some memory and next allotted memory is 6300. So in 6300, which memory is stored? Segment 1 is stored. And what is the particular limit register value is 400. So 6700. This is the segmentation concept.